we have new music from James Blake, not something I was quite expecting. I don't know if many people are anticipating more music from him this year, but we got it, and I'm pretty sure the majority of his core fan base will be very happy with that. Including me, because as much as I'm not like the biggest fan of his music, I do like it generally. Especially his last album, I thought Assumed Form had some of his best songs ever on there, and I think this new EP coming out in 2020 is a nice change of pace, because we haven't really heard anything like this from James before, but he's kind of killing it here. I was super surprised to hear some of these more atmospheric drum and bass tones to some of these tracks. I thought even there was a bit of like a deep house inspiration, particularly on the opening track as well. Like, I just didn't think he'd take us in this direction. I mean, if he's going to keep this going, I want a full album like this, because it's actually really quite good, particularly the opening track where these samples are woven into the track so well. James sounds effortless over this type of production, and the beat is pouncing. It is just pouncing on top of you. It's such a rhythmic banger, honestly. The production is top notch. Again, the vocals kill it too. This actually might be one of my favorite songs of the year, because I just think it hits the spot so well. Like, James again is sounding perfect over this. And it carries on from there, essentially. I mean, I will say the second track is the weakest track, mostly because the pacing of the beat is a little sluggish. Kind of feel like it needs to be upped a little bit, you know, given a bit more of a groove to it. But aside from that, I mean, still, you're getting some really lovely boyish vocals from James. Then you've got Do You Ever, which I think is another highlight here. I think it kind of combines the old James with a more modern twist to it, because you've got those lyrics, you know, saying he's wanting the sad day version, kind of like going back to his older self before Assumed Form. Assumed Form was much more of a loving album, whereas this track is a bit more, you know, self-deprecating, in the sense that, you know, he's questioning, do you ever think about me, which isn't really something he tackled on Assumed Form. So you've got that kind of like older lyrical theme over this two-step garage type beat. It's really kind of cool, especially when the chorus comes through and he's like, do you ever think about me, and then the final track as well is pretty nice too. Definitely takes it into the more of the old alternative R&B vibes, with a kind of like really like dusty atmosphere that's kind of clouding the vocals. You got the modulated vocals too, pitched up. The beat on this track too, especially when it kind of kicks in, sounds great. Yeah, I like this EP. There's something about it that makes me feel like there could be something taken even further. I mean, there's ideas here, but I feel like once you sort of take it one step further and make more tracks like the opening track, Keep Calling, I think we could have a really cool atmospheric album from James that also gives us some really, really great instrumentals too. He's carving in style with this EP, and I think the building blocks are like halfway there, but I think, you know, take this a step further, up the ante a little bit, and we'd have something pretty stellar. But overall, I think this is good. Definitely good. Definitely a nice little surprise. Opening track still bangs hard as fuck, and probably will for the rest of the year. And let me know your thoughts in the comments about this EP. If you like it, if you don't like it, I'd love to hear what you think. Thank you for watching this review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And goodbye. Have a good day. Goodbye.